Hello and welcome to the broadcast. So we're going to talk a little bit about the $10,000 SBA EIDL advance, also called the EIDL or EIDL grant, and also the EIDL or EIDL loan. So that is part of a stimulus program that's available through the SBA. And as of right now, as of the time of this broadcast, there are still funds available. So I really want to encourage all entrepreneurs, whether it be a small business or a large business, to apply for the loan if you feel you may qualify. So if your revenue, if your business has been negatively impacted by the pandemic, and you do in fact have a business, now it can be a small business. You may be a sole proprietor. You could be, for example, a landscaper. You could be a painter. You could be a realtor, an insurance agent. You could sell sandals on the beach. You could print t-shirts and sell them at swap meets. You could work at a farmer's market. So regardless of how small or how big your business may be, the EIDL loan opportunity and grant opportunity is certainly something worth looking at. Now, the challenge is right now, as you know, the stimulus plan that was passed a while back in America is basically running out, expiring imminently, and certain elements of it are already gone. And the next stimulus plan is not yet in law, and who knows when that will happen. It could happen fairly quick, but even if it does, it will probably take some time to get things fully implemented. So the bottom line is, not too long ago, there were no EIDL loans being issued. And if you visited the SBA website to apply for an EIDL loan, excuse me, you would have seen that there were no EIDL loans available. Currently, at that time, no loans were being taken unless you happen to be in the agricultural business. So right now, as of the time of this broadcast, you can apply. There are still funds available. Once you apply, you should be secured in the loan amount you're eligible for. So the funding hypothetically is set aside for you once you submit an application. The application process doesn't take that long, 15 to 20 minutes. Simply Google or Yahoo, run a search, EIDL loan, and that should show you a number of links. The top link, or the one you want to click on, would be a link to the SBA website, where you'd simply click on that link, scroll down, click apply for the loan. It's a blue button, and that'll take you through, I think it's a 3 or 4 page application. It's not that complicated. Click submit, and I would recommend doing it while that button that lets you apply is still there. So the one challenge we have right now is the grant money is not available as of today. However, it should be reinstated with additional funding with the new stimulus bill when it eventually passes. Should be, meaning we can't promise, but we do believe it will be. So if you apply now, the benefit is you can apply for the loan at this time. Once the grant is available, most likely there will be a way to either add the grant to your current application or to click some type of a link to essentially indicate that you do want the grant added to your application at that time. So reserving the loan, if you're interested in a loan amount. Now, the loan is a great loan. There are no payments for the first 12 months, which is fantastic. It's a low interest rate. It's a 30-year loan, and there are no payments at all for the first year, which gives you quite a bit of time to get your business resurrected, amplified, grow it out before you even start making payments. As an example, a $1,000 loan would cost about $5 per month. A $10,000 loan would cost around $50 per month. Now, the grant money doesn't cost you anything because it's a grant, also called an advance. It's supposed to be paid very quickly within 3 days, and it does not need to ever be paid back. So you do want the grant money. Now, there's a bit of controversy because the SBA was supposed to give businesses, regardless of size, a $10,000 grant. However, instead, they were giving $1,000 per employee, meaning if you have 1 employee, that's $1,000, 5 employees, that's $5,000, 30 employees, you'd get the full $10,000, etc. So, however, it was supposed to be, as Congress had passed, $10,000 regardless of size, meaning a one-person business would still get $10,000. Now, it's very possible with the passage of the new stimulus bill, when that happens, and most likely it will before too long, that it will be the full $10,000. Now, that is what Congress has been indicating it should have been, and there were inquiries made to the SBA why that didn't happen. The response from the SBA was that they were worried about running out of funds. So that is an important element. It is possible for all of you that already applied for the EIDL loan and the EIDL grant that you may receive an unexpected benefit of having additional grant money given to you once the new stimulus bill passes. That is certainly possible. There may be an email from SBA that you would need to click and do something to activate the request for that additional grant money. It could be automatic. Hopefully that is what happens. But in any case, the purpose of this broadcast is to encourage all business owners, regardless of the size of your business, even if you're an independent contractor and you're paid by a 1099, for example, or a sole proprietor and you're actually paid in your own name. You may not have a formal business. You may not have a corporation or an LLC or any other business entity. You may not have a business name. You may actually deposit your sales into your own personal checking account in your own personal name. That is okay. Sole proprietors can apply under your own social, under your own name. Just make sure that regardless if you're a sole proprietor, if you're an entity, corporation, LLC, that the bank account that you provide, the SBA, in that loan application process matches up perfectly with your name, your business name, if you have a business name, your social or your tax ID number, depending on if you're a sole proprietor or have a business entity. And the address you provide on the application also needs to match the address that your bank has on record, because that will certainly be verified. So in any case, right now you can apply. Tomorrow may be too late. The next day may be too late. It was too late several weeks ago. And right now it's active and there are funds. Since the stimulus bill is expiring and we're waiting on the new one, I would encourage those that may be eligible to take a look at the application, consider applying now before the money is gone. And who knows what the new stimulus bill exactly will do. Most likely we'll see a continuation of those benefits, but we can't promise that, or how much money there will be, or how quickly it will go. I think the biggest issue that we've seen with the EIDL loan program and grant program is a lot of entrepreneurs with very small businesses with no employees that have lost a lot of money due to the pandemic, did not believe they were eligible when in fact many would be. For example, you may buy antiques and resell them. You may be a seller on eBay and Etsy, for example. So regardless of the type of business, if in fact you are a business, meaning you generate revenue independently, even if it's just you, no employees, under your own social, your own name, no sign, no office, you still can qualify for the loan potentially, as long as you legitimately are a business and you generate revenue independently in some way, not as an employee, of course. So hope you find that helpful. Please ask any questions. I'd be very excited to reply to those questions as soon as possible. Also, if you could take a moment to click subscribe and the bell and all for notifications. If you found this helpful, please click like. Thank you for joining. Wish you the best and apply for that loan before it is too late.